life and our parents' lives has we've seen some tragedy in our life.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure I was going to bring it up, but I think I'm going to do it because I don't want it to be a hidden anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a joint decision. The girlfriend and I, last October, her and I, we actually lost a kid through miscarriage.
Sorry to hear that.
And it was very hard on us, but it was very hard on me. And still bothers me to this day. And we said, how are we going to get through this? And we was like, we're going to name him. And we're going to give him a name. And we're going to remember him. And his name would have been Casey. And that's his name. And we went from it, we don't want to tell our parents because we don't want to, nothing to happen, to now it's, we don't want to hide him anymore. This is not something to be ashamed about. This is not something to be, it's just, we need to know that he would have been here, he'd been born in July. So he would have been growing up.
Yeah.
He'd have been still a small kid, but I think for both of us, we were like, we don't want him to not be hidden from the world. We want it more to know that the world, that he was here.
Mm-hmm.
He was just, and this was early on. But we wanted the world to know that he was here, even for a small moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that his tiny moment, even though we never got to hold him, we never got to see him, but the fact that we know he was there for even just a brief moment in life, that he changed our lives for the better. And it's something that I'll never forget, and that I'll never stop thinking about. I think about him every day.
Yeah.
I think about him every day. And it goes from, after lecture on Friday, talk moments of myself. I'd have been like, well, I hope he would have been proud. I hope he would have been proud. He would have been proud of his dad. And everything in life I do now is, well, this would have been for you. This would have been for you. And, lecture and the grades that I get and building the house. And it would have been like, well, this is just, for you. We would have rebuilt. We're rebuilding now.
For you.
Yeah. We'll have a seat for you on Thanksgiving. We'll have a seat for you on Christmas.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend and I told our parents, and they said, well, a family member forever. We'll always
He's
have
still
that.
Here.
Still here. We'll always have that seat for him reserved. Even now, watching football season is tough. Watching the Saints is very tough because this besides the Saints suck.
Yeah.
But
they're doing all right.
They're doing all right right now. But I think me being so in love with football and knowing that he would have been here watching the games with me, it's tough. And I'd say that. He's doing all right his first season. He's doing okay his first season. So that's just things that, what happened with Casey and the hurricane and Katrina back in 2005. There's things that you think would just beat somebody to the ground. And I'm not saying that there's not some permanent damage. There is. But what I like to say is that, if anything, it just made me go stronger. Yeah. Get stronger, more motivated. The fire
made the whole family stronger.
Yeah, it made the family stronger. What happened with Casey? I said, if there was any sign of the fire burning out, that's gone. It's burning brighter and fiercer than it's ever been in my lifetime, and it will continue to do so. Yeah. That's why I dropped what I hope heaven is like for kids. That's why I mentioned that, because I have that hope, that Cordy and I will have that opportunity. Open the pearly gates, and he's there waiting for us, and we get to do what we didn't get to do on earth. So, you know, it's tough, but it's easier talking about it now. It feels like it hurt me and her before because we felt like we were hiding him. I felt like we were doing a disservice to him and his memory. Now we tell.
Yeah.
Now we tell because there's nothing to be ashamed about. You know, he was here, you know, for a brief moment in time. We never got to see him, but he was here. We know he was. And that's something that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives. And we discussed how we're going to handle this going forward, you know, with kids and future kids and all that. And, you know, we said we agreed, you know, when they're older, we'll say, you know, there was one who was going to be way older than y'all. Yeah. But, you know,
gotcha.
Way older than y'all. But you know what? He's here.
Yeah.
You know, he's here. He's keeping an eye on, you know, all of us, and
he is a part of you.
Yeah, he's a part of me always, and it's just something that we just carry with us. Yeah.
Oh man, I really appreciate you saying that to me, or sharing that with me, because similar thing kind of happened. With a really good friend of mine. He's my best friend, and him and his girlfriend miscarried, and that was probably the roughest thing that I've ever experienced, and like it wasn't even me, so I can't even imagine my friend.
Yeah, there was a lot of crying. A lot of crying. Courtney's so much stronger than me. Mm-hmm. I still have bouts of sadness and crying nowadays, you know, as recent as a few days ago. Mm-hmm. But then she's right there. And I was like, how are you so strong? Like,
you're so awesome.
Yeah, like he was inside of you. Yeah. You held him for a very brief moment, but how are you keeping me together? Yeah. She's like, well, because you keep me together on other things. Oh. You know? So I'm eternally grateful for her. And now I'm trying to move past it more, not being sad anymore, but just carrying the torch for the both of us. Yeah. You know, living life for myself and for him, studying for myself and for him, doing everything that he can't do. Yeah. You know, cheering twice as hard. Yeah. Studying twice as hard. You know, running as hard, and it's something that you just have to be able to harness for the good, because it can destroy you. Yeah. It can destroy you. I've seen it. People destroyed by this news. And it almost did for me. Mm-hmm. At first. It almost did for me. But what saved me was Courtney's support and being able to talk about it. Yeah. And not hiding. Being able to tell my mom, you know, my mom could tell, you know, mothers have this amazing gift. Isn't that crazy? They just know. Yes. They just know. But she could tell that something was bothering me. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, what's wrong? Like, I know something's like something wrong about you. And I just bawled. Yeah. And then I told her, and then she started crying. And my dad came, and we let him know. And then we were just like, we talked about it, and you know, they said, why'd you keep it from us? And I was like, it was just hard. You know, I didn't know how to explain it. Yeah. You know,
how do you explain it?
How do you explain anything like that? And then Courtney told her mom, and her mom had the same reaction, and they both had a tear. And actually, Courtney got me for my undergraduate present from graduating from A&M. She got me this. I don't know if you ever heard of the willow tree statues. Yeah. It's a mom and dad holding the baby, and she got me that for my graduation gift. And it's next to me every night I go to sleep. It's on my night table every night. And you know, that's the best present I ever got. Yeah. Because it's right next to me every day, and I look at it at least 20 times a day. At least 20 times a day, and you know, I mention it, you know, almost like prayer, like, you know what, well, in case I'm gonna go do homework now, or I'm gonna go watch football now, or today was good. It was a little rough today, but I'm doing all right. Kind of updating him on what my life is doing. I know he can see, but I want him to know what his mom and dad are doing and how we're doing. And I think that's how it gets me through it. Just knowing or believing that he's there, and that we're gonna meet him someday. But we still have work to do here. There's still so much good we can do here. So, the dying internally, is not an option, because we have to help these people that I said in the beginning. We have to help these people. And if it's not going to be us, then who is going to do it? It hasn't been done before yet, So with Casey, it's more of it's hard, but we have to keep going. He's not left behind. He's with us every step of the way, but we can't let the sadness that he's not physically here
keep you guys back.
No, I think actually tonight we're going to go to a pumpkin patch, and we're going to pick out a pumpkin for him. And we're going to do that. And then for Christmas, we wanted to have 3 stockings, one for me, one for her, and one for him. So that keeping that memory alive, and then we were talking like, this is going to be hard, Thanksgiving, Christmas, having all these events where he would have been here. Could have dressed him up. Could have dressed him up and all that.
Do the whole nine.
Do the whole thing, But, it's just our way to keep going. Keep his memory going. And, the amazing thing is that people know now about him. It's no longer, he's not an obscure thing. He was a baby for a very tiny moment, and he had such a role in our lives for that tiny moment in life, and he continues to have an important role in how we go about day-to-day life.